Do I love shooting? Probably not. Do I love winning? That I'm addicted to. And that's what keeps me going after 27 years of competing.
Thinking about the target you missed and making sure you don't do it again, and then just, you know, you've got to just really focus on the higher targets or the higher numbers and just make sure you can dial into them and just stay there. And that's the secret, I think.
Previously on the PSCA Pro Tour, the field at Caribou Gun Club was whittled down to 4. Mike Wilgus knocking off the 2014 champ on his way to the semifinals.
Go get some sleep, shoot the PTAS tomorrow, and come out ready for this.
Kevin DeMichael continued his strong shooting to join Wilgus. On the other side of the bracket, Doug Vine had his #1 fan by his side.
My #1 fan, my #1 cheerleader, aren't you?
And Ben Husthwaite survived losing his lucky vest. I bring out to you, I present to you this burnt vest. Now please tell the folks at home what happened. You're still with us after looking at this, surprisingly enough. I'm assuming you were not wearing this?
No, luckily enough, it was just hanging on one of the support generators for the lights over here, and one of the guys turned the generator on and didn't move the vest.
Wow.
So that was my lucky vest, went up in flames.
So were you, what were you thinking? Oh no, the tournament's over.
And I was actually embarrassed and tried to hide.
Hello again as the PSCA Pro Tour continues from the Caribou Gun Club. I'm Lisa Hillary. Scott Robertson will be joining us shortly as Scott will be calling our Fiocchi feature match tonight from the shooter's platform.
And it is a sensational semifinal match that we've got for you today. The 8th-seeded Doug Vine up against the 13th seed Ben Husthwaite with a spot in the men's final
and possibly $10,000 in prize money on the line.
One shooter we haven't talked about here at Caribou is Event 1 winner Brandon Powell. That's because Powell failed to make the cut at Event number 2.
It was a bad day. You have bad days, and I had a really, really off day. And, well, I'm not really worried about, as far as where I'll stand after, not qualifying. It sucks, after shooting good at the first one, winning one, and then not qualifying at the next, But, we'll move forward.
Doug Vine, 10th on the 2014 money list, finished 24th at event number 1 this year, beat Will Fennell and the #1 seed Joey Bolton to advance to the semifinals.
Honestly, when you're up there, you're moving, your brain's moving so quick, you're trying to focus on the target, so you really don't know where you are, to be honest. You just see the targets and shoot it, and it's strange because they don't look that bad when you're up there and you pull the trigger and it doesn't break, and you're like, hey, that didn't break, what the heck? So you have to try to apply different things out there. It's a strange visual out there tonight, it really is. So
he's kind of stoic, he doesn't really show much emotion up or down, and so that can get in some competitors' heads.
Ben Husthwaite, 2010 World Sporting Champion, knocked off 4th seed Theo Ribbs and 5th seed Derek Mine to advance to the semifinals. Definitely an international flair to this match as both Husthwaite and Vine are from England. The PSCA Tour event running at the same time as the World FITASC. The opening ceremonies for World FITASC was held just a few miles from the Caribou Gun Club at the Mankato City Center in Minnesota, and what an event it was.
It's an honor for our city to host this event, this ceremony, with people gathering from all over the world to partake in a challenge of this nature.
When we come back, it's time for our Fiocchi feature match between Ben Husthwaite and Doug Vine in the semifinals on Stop 2. Stay with us. You're watching the PSCA Pro Tour.
The PSCA Pro Tour is brought to you by Promatic Traps, your sport, our passion. White Flyer, world-class targets for world-class shooters. Krieghoff, legendary performance. Rancho Belas Rocas, home of the Naked Goat. Clay Shooting USA Magazine. Linear Controls, the National Sporting Clays Association, and by Fiocchi, 140 years of excellence.
Fiocchi USA, the official ammunition of the PSCA.
This segment of the PSCA Pro Tour is brought to you by Fiocchi.
Welcome back to the PSCA Pro Tour. Let's send it over to Scott, who's up on stage with both Ben and Doug, getting ready to start our Fiocchi feature match.
Doug, you'll be on the left. Ben, you'll be on the right. You guys are both originally from England. Did you guys shoot against each other when you were in England?
Yeah, we've known each other for a long time.
And who normally won?
I did.
Okay, fair enough. Now, you've had to have known him since he was a junior, right? A junior shooter?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah.
And he hasn't changed. He's still a junior shooter mentally.
Well, there you go. Still mentally a junior shooter. Ben, tell me something about Doug that no one would know here.
When he takes his shirt off, he looks like he's allergic to things.
Allergic to things?
I'm not.
Ben, I'm not really sure what that means.
He has lumps and bumps everywhere.
Doug was so big he looked like the Incredible Hulk back then. Now he's married and you know how things change, you know. I used to be skinny. First is the menu round. Well, each shooter will shoot 6 pairs, starting with a number 1 target thrown from 4 random chromatic machines. They must hit the number 1 target before advancing to the number target. A perfect score in this round is 33 points. Doug, you're going to lead us off on the 1 and 2. Oh. 3 points. Ben. Oh. 3 points. Tie game. 1-3 is the pair. Oh, Doug's the first one to miss, right underneath it. 1 point. There we go. Ben takes an early lead, 7-4. Doug, 1-4. One is a hit. 1 point. 1 point. Ben didn't mean to do that. 8-5. 1-5's the next pair coming up. 6 points. Nice shooting. Ben. 6 points. 11-14. Ben Husthwaite with an early lead. 1-6 is the pair coming up. Missed it. Got it, second shot. 12-14. Ben. Missed that 6. Boy, that was an opportunity. He needed that one. 12-15. 3-point difference. Doug, 1-7. Missed it. 1 point. I'm not believing it. I know he's not either. 0 on that. Change sides, guys. 13-15. 2-point differential.
Ben Husthwaite has a very narrow lead over Doug Vine, 15-13 in our Fiocchi feature match. And you may find this hard to believe, but there's another sport that fuels Ben. It's not just sporting clays. How about rugby?
Meet Ben Husthwaite, who was introduced to shooting at a young age by his father.
There's the 5. And the 6 for the win. Ben Husthwaite comes from behind.
Husthwaite's greatest accomplishments were winning the World FITASC in 2006 and more recently the World Sporting in 2010. He credits victories to his father and growing up in Great Britain.
It's the home of shooting. If you want to be a shooter, you've got to spend some time there at some point in your career if you want to go on to be a world champion of some description, you know.
The 37-year-old Husthwaite says there is a stark difference between shooting clays in Great Britain versus North America.
Your targets are a lot lighter than ours, so they start off faster and slow down quicker, where ours hold that speed constantly, so it's learning that speed and transition change. Like you see yours come out and they arc a lot, where ours will stay flat and go further, so it's a major difference really.
Ben Husthwaite has many loves, but you'll be surprised to know shooting clays isn't one of them. It's rather a love for rugby that keeps his spirit alive.
That's just where it's at, you know, it's a team game, so the pressure's totally different. You know, if I don't win a clay pigeon shoot, I let me down. If I don't perform on the rugby pitch, I let 14 people down. So the pressure's totally different, regardless of the two different levels you're competing at. So they're very different.
Balancing two sports isn't easy for Husthwaite.
That's the hardest part. I mean, rugby's always took precedence. I've missed many major shoots for a game of rugby, you know, because my career is going to be a lot shorter in the rugby. I'm probably coming to the end of it. I've just signed a one-year contract now, but I've signed a one-year contract for the last 4, so that might not.
All kidding aside, for this Brit, there is one constant.
Do I love winning? That I'm addicted to. And that's what keeps me going after 27 years of competing.
Stay with us. So much more when the PSCA Pro Tour continues.
Why do the pros think you should start shooting sporting clays?
I encourage people to go out and shoot sporting clays, not just competitively, but recreationally too, because it makes a better gun pointer. If you can shoot sporting clays, you can shoot anything.
I encourage someone to shoot sporting clays if they have a competitive drive, want to meet new friends, and have some fun.
If you're an avid hunter, or even if you're not, and you enjoy being outdoors, and you like shotguns, smell the gunpowder, go out there and give it a try. I bet you love it.
The best way to get started in sporting clays is to go to mynsca.com and go out and have some fun.
This segment of the PSCA Pro Tour is brought to you by Promatic Traps.
Welcome back, everybody, to the PSCA Pro Tour, where Ben has a very narrow lead over Doug. Before we start our speed round, though, let's learn a little bit about the guy who is a part of every single one of these Fiocchi feature matches, and that is the gentleman holding the microphone, Mr. Scott Robertson.
Scott Robertson is no stranger to this business. In fact, he is likely the most well-known on tour, and not just for his Hall of Fame shooting skills, but rather his personality.
Go ahead.
Oh my God.
Don't make you laugh. I'm scared to death right now. Go ahead.
His career as a professional clay shooter spans over 3 decades. So many accomplishments and worthy of his own show. This multifaceted man is more than just a shooter. He's a millionaire businessman.
Scott Robertson, the businessman. I don't know, that's a complicated question. I have my fingers in a lot of different things, I guess. I keeps him pretty busy.
A diverse background, Robertson has stepped away from everyday competition.
You know, when you win as many national championships, and you know, I've been on, 38 All-American teams and Team USA 17 or 18 times. You want a little bit different challenge, and so now I'm in a little different stage.
Robertson, my television co-host on the PSCA Tour, enjoys refereeing the matches as well.
I enjoy, emceeing the matches, if you will. I mean, most of these kids that you're seeing now on the professional tour, they were 7, 8, 9, 10 years old when they started, and I was on top of the game, and so I've seen them come up through their whole career.
And more often than not, Robertson has fun at their expense.
A lot of these guys know me, and they're really afraid of me because they're not quite sure what I'll say. The conversation could turn bad in a hurry. So, Ben, I'm not really sure what that means. He's married, and you know how things change. I used to be skinny.
When Robertson was a young teenager, he lost his father to leukemia.
I think my dad would be proud. This would be something that he would have loved to see. It was nothing like this. He was actually the captain of the first U.S. sporting clay team in 1986, and he was too sick with leukemia to actually go shoot the World Championships. And then in 1996, I was the captain of the first World Championship team when we won the gold medal for the first time. So to see where the sport is now, I think he would be proud of it. And this is something that at least our family always dreamed about.
So how does a man who has it all want to be remembered?
In the end, I hope that people remember me as a guy that tried to make a difference, that tried to do something that other people weren't willing to do, and hopefully make the sport better.
Back up to our MC now with the speed round.
All right, 2 points. We're going to enter the speed round. Ben, you're going to lead us off. You're in the lead. Ben will start us off on all 4 of the ones and the number 2. And he's ready. On your call. Whoa. Missed the first one. Loaded 2, right side. Got that one. Loaded up, third one's coming. Dusted it both times, no piece. Ben, what was that?
An exhibition.
Okay. All right. Well, I thought John was done at 8 o'clock with that, but that was only 4 points. Doug, I think you can do a little better than that. Let's hope. Doug's ready for the first half of the speed round.
Hello?
Got the first one. Got the second one. Third one's in the air. Picked that one up. Fourth one's coming. Left side, got that one. One more to go. Oh, missed the first shot but picked it up, all 20. 33-19. Ben gave up a few points, but it's not over with yet. We have a lead change. Doug is now in the lead, 33-19. Doug will start us off on the second half of the speed round. Doug's got his shells ready. Trapper is ready. On your call.
Hello?
There's the 3. Doug's loaded up. 4 is on the way. Nice and fast, but misses it. Misses it both times. 5 is already in the air. Picks up the 5. 6, better hurry. Got the 6. 7's coming. Shot it fast, missed it. Oh, and God, let it go. Man, he shot it fast and then bought a saddle and rode it so far. 12 points. That was certainly not the plan when he started out. Ben, you got a chance to make up for some of those misses earlier right here. You can pick up 8 points if you can run the table. Start with the number 3, work your way to the 7. On your call.
You're more confident than me.
Whoa. Ben's got the 3. It's a hit. He's going to have to load 2. 2 is in the air. 4 is in the air. Got the 4. 5's coming. Got the 5. 6 is going to get away from him, but he's going to pick up the 7. Nope, he takes a shot at it, misses. 7 is in the air. Got the 7, picked up 4 points. 16 points scored. Change sides, guys.
This week's Pro Shooter Profile, brought to you by Fiocchi.
Zach Kindbaum, born in Salinas, California. Zach now resides in Houston, Texas. He's a 19-time NSCA All-American and a 12-time NSCA Team USA member. A 6-time state California champion, Zach was the first ever inductee into the California Sporting Clays Hall of Fame.
My favorite non-PSA sport to watch would definitely be baseball. Big San Francisco Giants fan. My pre-match ritual, I have to make sure she's on time. That's my ritual. The other pro I like competing against the most is probably Kevin DeMichael, because I dominate him. That's great.
Fiocchi USA, the official ammunition of the PSCA. Why do the pros think you should join the NSCA?
I joined the NSCA because I knew I wanted to take my recreational shooting to the next level.
Being a member of the NSCA has made me a better shooter because it provides an arena for us to compete.
The best part about being an NSCA member is shooting with all my friends.
The best part of being an NSCA member is the people you meet all around the country.
I think the best way to get started shooting sporting clays is going to mynsca.com, finding your local gun club and instructor, ask a friend for a gun, and go out and have some fun.
The PSCA Pro Tour is brought to you by Abel's Ammo. We shoot all we can and sell the rest. Chamberview, see safety fast. Blaser, trigger your passion. RE Ranger, professional shooting eyewear. Zoli, world-class guns. Trident Power, a new kind of energy company. Yan2 Outdoors, and by Fiocchi, 140 years of excellence. This segment of the PSCA Pro Tour is brought to you by the NSCA.
After a very slow start to the speed round, Ben now finds himself behind Doug in our Fiocchi feature match. The score 45-35. Can he make up the 10-point difference? Let's send it back up to Scott to find out. Scott?
Doug Vine, 45. Ben Husthwaite, 35. Ben actually picked up some points in that round. 10 points separates these guys. We got 4 pair left. Bonus round, 4 pair left. Doug Vine, you're in the lead. You're going to call the first pair.
3-4.
First pair is 3-4. Is going to play it conservative.
Oh.
3 is a hit. And the 4, 7 points. Ben, what are you going to do?
5-7.
5-7 for 12 points.
Whoa.
Got the 5. Here comes the 7. Missed the 7. Just not pulling away from it. 52, 40. Doug picks up a couple more in that frame. 3 frames to go.
3-5.
3-5 is the call for 8 points.
Whoa.
Got the 3. And the 5, 8 points. He's making progress. 60-40. Ben, it's time to make a move. What are you going to do? 6-7. He's going for it. Whoa. Got it, got it, got it, got it. Hit it on the first shot. One little piece. One little piece. 6 points. 60-46. Doug, 2 pair to go.
3-6.
3-6. 3-6 for 9 points.
Whoa.
Uh-oh. Missed the 3 first shot, picked it up second, 3 points. Ben, you got a little bit of hope, but if you don't hit this pair, it's going to be hard to come back. We got to have 6-7, and we got to have it now.
Whoa.
Got it. Oh, nothing. 6 points. 63-52. 63-52. Doug, that's 11 points. You need 3 points to end the game. 3 points, and you're going to the finals. 3-6. If he hits the 3, he's on his way to the final match.
Whoa.
There it is. Doug is going to the finals. Good shooting, gentlemen.
So it is the Brit, Doug Vine, moving on to face the American, Mike Wilgus.
I definitely watch my opponents shoot because you can see their strategies and maybe how they're hitting certain targets that evening. And in that match, actually, I wanted Ben Husthwaite because he wasn't hitting anything, and he doesn't seem to do well in the dark. Doug overtook him at the end, and I ended up against Doug, and Doug wasn't hitting the 6 or the 7 well, so I did think I had a good shot at it.
The winner of this match will be the champion of the second stop. If Doug hits this pair, he is $10,000 richer and the number 2 stop on the PSCA Tour champion. 6-7 coming up.
Oh.
There's the 6 for the win and $10,000.
And that's going to do it for us from Caribou Gun Club. I'm Lisa Hillary. We'll see you next time.